hello.
If it's me, I will ignore my friends. No, I'm not well. No.
You said at some point, like,
No,
you know the way you dodge your mom.
Every year I see you, I will whoop your ass.
Who's your minister for person?
We not get.
It's Buhari.
We not get.
Hello and welcome to season 2 of the There, Here and Everywhere podcast. Guys, we have missed you so much and we're so happy to be back. So yeah, welcome, Buhari.
Oh my God, it's been a long time we saw you guys and we have the best things in store for you. Season 2 is going to be bomb. So sit back, relax, call a few friends to join you and tune in because we are here to thrill you during this ride.
Oh yes, and if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel so that you get notifications as soon as we drop our videos. Subscribe on YouTube, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts,
On
Radio
Amazon
Public,
Music.
Amazon. Like we're
Anchor,
everywhere.
wherever
Guys.
you
Follow on
are.
Instagram
Like
too.
the name.
Exactly, on Instagram, on Twitter, just subscribe so that nobody needs to tell you, you just get notifications when it drops. And guys, we have 2 wonderful people in the house
Our
today.
people are here.
Yes, they
everybody's
are.
our people, but these are our
These
people.
are our people.
Inner circle, okay?
Like, we could even get better people to start this season with, and we'll just let them introduce themselves. Let's let the lady go first, Gabby.
Hi everyone, my name is Gabs. Well, my government name is Ibunifu Blessing. But I'm Gabs of Gabzville. I'm the owner of Paint and Sip of Gabzville. And we're just, I try to give good experiences to people. We give that art experience to kids and adult people that, painting is such a therapeutic activity. So make that very accessible to everyone. And this is my first podcast as well. So I'm pretty excited to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
You're welcome.
And just going to have a good time. So stay tuned.
Oh, yes. Now, Kaydee.
Hi guys, my name is DJ Kaydee and you can call me the King of Vibes. So I'm here with this pretty, amazing, lovely, ever-blazing ladies.
It's okay.
So I'm here to have fun, guys. I'm here to give you guys the vibes, the energy, the fun and everything. Of course, this is my first podcast. I've always wanted to do this. So I'm happy and I'm excited.
We're so glad to have you
Thank
here.
you so much. Thank you.
We're so honored to have
One
you,
love.
Kaydee. Kaydee also DJs for Wazobia FM, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
Apart from
yes,
being on his own.
yes,
And
yes.
Kaydee, see it, guys, if you want your
He's true
party
to
to
his
not
name,
stop,
the king of
get
vibes.
DJ Kaydee. Let me give you guys a story. So, was it last year during the lockdown? River State had a curfew,
We
an
almost
8
died
o'clock
that period,
curfew.
but continue.
So, but we threw a birthday party at my place and we invited DJ Kaydee. Guys, all the clubs were emptied into our party. And this is not even an exaggeration.
Yeah.
People came from, at some point, these guys that park cars in clubs, they're like,
What's happening?
what's happening? They had to come and start parking
It was
cars at
so
the party.
much
Like-
fun.
And it was all due to
So it was
DJ
crazy,
Kaydee.
like-
When you're about to go home, you're like, it's time to
Yes,
go.
yes.
Ready to go.
He just
That's
plays
someone
the next
someone
one.
paid
One
me extra
more hour.
right to
Someone
the
paid
party.
you extra
Yes,
to
yes,
sing,
yes,
to
it's a
To
party that
stay.
day, yeah.
It was so
Like
crazy.
as you're getting to the entrance, he just gives you another hit and you're like,
I can stay one more hour.
I can say one more.
I kept saying 10 minutes. My friend told me you've been saying 10 minutes for the past 2 hours. I said, please, please, can we not just...
Man, I had fun that day.
No,
That day
he
was
actually brought
crazy.
the
The Kaydee is
down.
actually very true to his art, and what I like about what he does is that especially when he starts with throwbacks, it loops, like it just goes till we get to this time. And for us old heads, we're vibing. Take us back to the 80s,
Actually, it was
the
themed,
90s.
right?
Yeah, it was
It was an
themed.
old school party.
It was an old school party. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Definitely give the vibe.
No.
That's
he
why
held-
I'm the
he
king
held
of
it down.
vibes.
Like I
You know what I'm
said,
saying?
be specific to what vibes you are. Before
He
we
actually
go,
held it
before we
down.
go to say you be hater.
No.
Be specific-
Positive vibes.
Exactly.
Good vibes.
Good vibes
Oh,
all
yeah.
around.
And guys, if you want to set up a paint and sip activity for your children at the children's party, for adults, for old people, anyone, see, just ask Gabs. Gabs
She's your plug.
has been doing this thing, so she's actually your plug. She's your girl. So we're going to link everyone's Instagram handles in the comment section of the YouTube video and also in the description on the podcast channels. And also on our pages, so you can contact them directly. So guys, let's get into the meat of today. Before we do that, catch up. What was it going on?
What's not been going on? What's been going on since when? The last time we were here?
Yes, it's been like almost 2 months.
My dear, it's like I went back to school. I started doing some certification classes, and my dear, it's not looking like this 9 to 5 thing is for me so much because it's quite stressful to come back from work and still have to read or find the time in between your day to read something, and then the exam is expensive, so you're afraid, you don't want to fail.
Sorry.
You don't I've been under a lot of anyway you see me, buy me tequila because I've been under a lot of I like the way you say it again. 1 million, please, inside my pocket.
1 million.
Or Azul.
Yeah.
Whichever one.
Give it to her in dollars. So
In
it's not,
dollars.
it's not that heavy. Just roll it.
Exactly. It's been really stressful. But Choma, what have you been up to?
Oh, I've been up to a lot. A lot. I've been
Making
through a
money.
lot. Like
Money moves.
well. Actually making some
it's
money
evident
moves.
in you anyway.
Oh yeah.
The drip.
Oh, yeah.
The drip
oh,
is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. DJ.
I mean,
You're good for me, don't worry. So guys, over the past 2 months, I have been trying to start my brand, or have started already, and I'm going to launch this week. Okay, by the time you watch this video,
Oh,
would
congratulations.
have
we'll be
launched.
out.
Kunaka.
So I've been working on Zoe suits. So yes,
Wow.
a suit line for women, offering corporate suits, dressy suits, casual suits. So that's what I've been working on.
Yeah.
So we are
I'm
left
launching
behind.
soon.
What about the guys?
The guy, no, there are lots of brands that cater
Oh.
to guys. I'm just catering to my
You
ladies
should be,
for now,
you
but
should be
don't
happy
worry.
seeing your lady dressed.
Is
so
this
nice.
fair?
Exactly.
Is this, is
That
this,
You'll be
that should be your
you'll be
consolation.
okay. Don't
Trust
worry.
you, I should calm down.
You just calm down.
Don't worry, don't worry. we may, but I mean, for now, it's just
For now,
a
let's
women's
just
brand.
focus on our focus.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and attending Bible study. Yes, actually.
Only?
Yes.
That's good.
No.
Oh.
Like for the past few months, I found there's this new Bible study group
Mold break.
I joined.
Right.
Yeah, Mold Break. And that's what I've been spending time doing. And guys, it's like the Bible is looking like something I've never read before. You know, growing up, Sunday school, you learn the stories, read my book of Bible
Yeah.
stories. You read the stories as stories.
Okay.
It's pertinent that as adults we go back. For those who are Christians, go back to your Bible and read those stories again and ask for
Especially in
understanding.
this time. that
Because
we're in.
guys, there's so much hidden in the word, and with every study session, I'm like, okay, is this what this actually meant? You know, this is this is not just a story. You know, so that's what I've been doing. Mold Break and Zoe Suits. Yeah, that's the name of our business. Zoe
I think
Suits.
Bible study sometimes, it's different from the church sermon. It says, like, sometimes they break it down to, like, really relate to it.
Yeah.
And then you see,
Yeah.
like, oh, wow,
Yeah.
this particular verse,
Pierce
like,
into your
speaks to
soul,
me.
like-
Like they make it relatable to and you can actually match it to experiences you've gone through or
Yeah.
you are going through.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of times when I have conversations, they're like, why did you join your church? I'm like, see, the day I went to my church, I was just at the cliff about to jump into depression. And then I heard my pastor preach this message. I'd read that particular part in the Bible so many times, but the way he preached it, I'm like, wait, no, this is for me. Like, it was just like the service was catered to me, from the choir ministration to the service itself. It was just like it was catered to me. So Bible study actually is very important, especially when you find people who have the actual knowledge to break it down to you, because
Yes.
I dey hear some of the people where they preach this thing for
Right.
for Instagram, and I'm like, that ain't what he meant.
No. Just leave the Instagram thing.
That's not
See,
what is going on. But just
Shout out
find
to-
people who do the actual work
Teaching,
behind
yes.
closed doors, and then let them cater to your soul.
Yes.
That's
Like, shout out to Pastor Raina Davis. This man preached for 7 hours, and he talked actually for 7 hours, and I didn't want to stand up. 7 hours of teaching on the name Jesus, like the name of Jesus, the power
7.
behind. Yes. I didn't know when 7 hours had passed.
Like you're just enjoying yourself.
Like, it was just, my God, like at some point, some people were like this. Because,
Go on.
like, where's this revelation coming from? You know? No. So yeah, shout out to Mold Break. That's what I've been doing. Would you like to share any projects you've worked on lately?
Yeah, I mean, this week we've just been working, and we have an event coming up soon, anyway, on tomorrow. So when this comes out, well, you hear news about it. But yeah, so we've just been working. I've just been work, and to be honest, I've been considering some Japa options.
Jackpa.
So, but I've just been
Gabs
I
to
can
the
squeeze
world.
myself in your bag, you know. So,
So
just
so
go
that's what
with you.
I've just been looking at it and just having good vibes and just chilling. I've actually been chilling a bit this week because last week was intense. So been good.
Well, I think for you, you're at a very good stage where you can
You
you're
just
actually
pick up and
unencumbered.
leave.
Just pack your bags.
It's crazy. Nigeria is getting to the point where your option A, B, C, D, E, F is Jackpa. Then is when all these options fail that you now go to, okay, so maybe I can work in Nigeria, maybe find a better job or something.
Just find your way around it.
You just find your way around it, but that's why it's so important that we vote, come out and support the right candidates. Your vote matters. I beg, see, I not sabi shoot gun. I no want nothing concern me because I mean you have seen that I'm fat. I cannot even run. Let's start from there.
Why you be in the intelligence room?
See, because I cannot. Then I can't survive on corn. So there's so many issues.
Agbado.
So so let's come out, vote, make your voice heard, and it's time. It's time that we grab the steering from the leaders because they're not about to hand it over. If my grandfather's mate can come out as 90,
No, Papa is taken.
can come out that he's 70, then they are not the generation that has been is not willing to hand over. So we have to grab it. So it's our time to grab it and run. Because we can. So
the time is now.
vote. The time is now. I beg.
The time is now.
I beg.
Like if you're active on Twitter, you get to see people make this sort of statements like, after this election, they may not put this much energy, in any other election.
possible,
Because if you don't get it right now, guys, it's
Forget
going to be
it.
another 8 years.
Forget
A
it.
lot of us will be in our 40s.
Do you understand?
Some of us will be approaching the 40s.
I'll be a daddy by then.
Amen.
I'll be a mommy. Like
I'll be a mommy.
Mommy of multiples.
multiple. I will be willing to fight as hard because I just look at my children, fam.
But maybe by that time,
Y'all are my
I'll be somewhere in
priorities.
America, DJing,
Oh
doing my
yeah,
thing.
But we all have to admit, Jackpa is a good option, but still, there's no place like home.
Telling you,
No, there's
of
no
course.
place like
There's
home.
no place like home. Like I can't imagine me being profiled or somebody being racist against me somewhere else, and I have to always
crazy.
be on
different
my.
reality.
It's a whole different
You
reality.
know how we're here, we're not thinking that
I'm
we're
telling
black.
you.
Yeah.
I see a lot of
when you
tweets.
get
Then
there,
you wake up
you
in the
will
morning,
be.
That's
have
when you
that
know you're
thought
black.
in your head.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's when you know that.
What's my
Actually-
business of being black in Nigeria? I'm Nigerian.
I'm Nigerian.
That's it.
Africa.
Yeah,
I'm not even African in my head.
in
Like,
my
when-
head,
when I
what's the
Naija,
best
the
thing?
power of Naija.
Yeah.
Who are you? Like I on Instagram, every time I see a Nigerian artist on Shade Rumor, I don't go, "Hey African." I put my Nigerian flag. I'm like Niger
Green,
for
white,
life
green.
because that's who I am. That's
Yeah.
what I identify as first. I cannot imagine going somewhere else and then I have to be on my guard
Being
because
like,
if I walk into a supermarket and I'm walking around
And
to
they're
shop
following you
and
around.
then they're following me around, I'm going to be like, my guy, back up now. But it's what's going
Just
to
make sure you
happen
don't
Yeah.
if
chop
we
lips.
do not do this right. 8 years is a long time.
It's a long time.
Wow.
It's a long time.
We know that migration is actually part of life. I mean, the fact that we're all here now doesn't mean that this is where we started. Some of
Yeah.
us migrated from the Congo area. Some people migrated from, up Sahara and all of that. But I mean, the motivation for migration is what really matters.
Exactly.
You
Not
know, if
because
we're
it's-
migrating because we want better economic opportunities, and we have a stable country, it's a different matter from migrating because everything is bleak.
Not when it's your
Yeah.
last option.
And really, how many of us can migrate? If
Honestly.
we're leaving, can you take your entire family? And migration now is
It's hard.
expensive.
Yeah.
Like go on the
expensive.
website of all these countries, go to the Canadian website and calculate how much it takes for one person. You even have to be fairly
flights.
comfortable in Nigeria to be able to migrate.
Yeah.
Like you have to be fairly comfortable. And if you don't have all the monies, you need to have a circle of people who have those monies. Let's say you're trying to raise funds from your friends, So it's going to serve us in the long run to have a better country. So guys, get your PVCs. You ready? Okay, yeah. When it's time for PVC collection, please collect your PVCs.
I beg
And
go
vote.
vote.
Yes. Do
Please
what you
let me
can.
not be saying as they speak English now. People they confused. My guy,
Cast your vote.
come out,
out,
may not be saying
it's
thief
fine.
ballot box for your
Come out.
area.
I beg
Exactly. Protect
Cause he go
it.
choke.
It'll be so bad, but still. I think one thing that keeps us going in this country is Twitter. Nigerian people on Twitter is, in fact, Nigerian Twitter is fire. Is fire. It's the best place. Like when I've had a hectic day at work, because I have a
Just
9
go
to 5.
there.
I just go to Twitter. And trust me, in like 2 scrolls, I'm laughing. Because the savagery that
It's great.
goes
Like
on.
people there, like
not
they
for
don't
the
get joy.
faint-hearted.
Violence,
Not for the
no
faint-hearted.
joy.
Like Tiwa Savage
There's no
released
joy,
this
but then
song
it gives you joy when
yesterday.
you see how people are just finishing other
She
people.
Talking
released
so-
this song yesterday.
Oh.
Coco Savi, what was going
Tiwa
on?
Savage-
Yes, so and then
But I'm still vibing to
people-
the one she did with Zinoliski.
no, that was
That's
nice.
like-
But
that's
this one
mad.
she did an amapiano.
And people are like,
Oh.
And people say for your life, no near
trial.
this.
Are you
No
serious?
near amapiano. Be there.
but I don't know. I
But talking about my piano, yeah.
Tiwa's- okay, go on.
Talking about my piano music, I think was it last week, and Nigerian DJs and artists they were just dragging like who brought amapiano music to the country and stuff like that. Like, see, we no send, we no really send.
What does that have to do with anything?
enjoying
Like,
it.
Exactly.
You
does
get
that have
it's
to do with
nothing. Like, let's
anything?
just enjoy good music.
Like if you notice now, American music is turning to Afrobeat.
It's not like it's even turning. It has turned.
It has turned to Afrobeat because
These
yeah,
guys are doing music now that
Nicki
are
Minaj
playing analog
released
drums
something.
in their songs because there's no how you want to have a hit song
Yeah.
as a foreign artist and you want your song like to be banging in Africa, not just Nigeria. Because for your song to be a hit song in Africa, Nigerians must vibe to it.
Oh yeah.
If your song is
By
not
sheer
vibing in Nigeria,
population
forget
alone.
it. Your song is not going anywhere. So you just have to do what we want you to do. You
Man,
get.
it's so beautiful how the tables have turned.
it's
You know those days like 2000, they had to listen to 50 Cent.
Yes,
and
no.
They have to go
like
to the
now
club and wear
nobody
those
gives a
beats down.
damn anymore.
Nah, see, there's no party you want to have now.
No,
without
can I
amapiano
just say
music. It's not-
because their music is almost always the same, right?
Over there,
they,
right?
They rap alike. So if you bring Future, if you bring Migos, if you
yeah,
bring
the same thing.
if you
Like,
bring
no
what's
difference.
what's the panda guy's name?
And the Panda
Is it? I'm trying to remember.
Designer.
Designer.
If you tell them to rap one
They always
after the
sound
other,
like-
they always sound.
Sometimes
but
I don't even hear what they are saying.
but
to be
that's
honest.
why the old heads are still the old heads, like Jay, Nas,
Exactly. 50,
Swizz.
52.
50
still.
has not released anything
No,
recently.
but
it's-
at least
it's old
their
songs.
their old songs are still.
Yeah, but still, so I get why they are turning this way because they always they just tend to have the same, like all the female rappers, Cardi B them, 1, 2, 3 is pussy, the other one is
Yeah.
this one, the other one is the other. It's,
They
it's the
really
same
don't have
thing.
anything to rap about. They are
They don't
rapping.
have
It's either they are
any-
rapping about fast cars, you know, the
Dangerous,
weed,
like
drugs,
gangster, everything.
diamonds, things. They're all rapping the same
The
thing.
same
There's
thing,
nothing
and
different.
it's almost nothing to vibe
Nothing
to.
different. So we are tired of hearing the
I'm
same
looking
thing.
from face to face. I feel like a baby boomer right now.
Amapiano, right? In fact, Amapiano is the way of life.
It's taking
right
over
now.
the world.
See,
Yeah.
whoever invented amapiano, God bless you.
See, I
You
love
don't what you
like,
have
see the
done
easy
for us.
dancing. Like when I'll just.
and I'm so proud of myself that
I don't need to be doing.
I'm so proud of myself that
Escalewu
right
and
now.
all the. No, no,
Too
no.
much
I'm so proud of
energy,
myself
just-
that right now in this city, like everybody knows me with Amapiano music. Like if you want to get on, they be like go and call Kaydee. Like since for the past, I did an event in June. I'm the first DJ that is going to have like the first Amapiano party in Port Harcourt, and I had over 600
Our
people.
viewers in. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah, I
already
saw
happened.
that.
Yes, I did
in
that
your-
in June. Yeah,
your status.
like it was crazy. Like when I wanted to do that, I was like, are people really going to come out? Because I've been seeing, like my mentality is like these things that these Lagos DJs are doing, somebody have to be doing them over here. You get because I can't count up to 4 DJs that are doing the things I'm doing because most DJs over here just want like go to gigs, get their money and save it
And
up.
save, yeah.
So I use my money like to make things happen. When I started,
create
yeah,
events.
when I started, nobody was paying attention to me. In fact, my very first event was. So I did that in June, and the crowd was. Since then, if I've gone to like 100 gigs after that period, 95 has been like, bro, I want you to come and play Amapiano music for us. Even
Yeah.
at Bole Festival.
I know, you took over Bole
yes.
Festival and it was.
You were there, right?
I wasn't even.
Like-
I was at Bole Festival through people's
Wait,
status.
why you don't want DJ in Abola Festival?
Yes, the first day I DJ, I was in my house.
I was on the
I was
first
my
one.
house. The stage manager was calling like, bro, you have to be here. Like DJ, like we need you to be here. So I finished my session that afternoon. Like I DJ that afternoon. It was crazy. They were like, oh my guy, you guys come back tomorrow. Like I was not supposed to DJ the next day.
Yeah.
Like you guys come back tomorrow. So I came back the next day. I DJ the afternoon. Even at night, they were like, Kaydee, don't go anywhere. Stay here. So it was.
That's a good
It
one.
was like a beautiful thing
Stay
to
true
because
to your
I've
craft.
always wanted to
Wow.
be on that stage. You get so me getting the recognition I'm getting now is like it's amazing.
But that's because you've put in the work, though.
Yeah, you know, you
Exactly.
But that's
have
my thing with people with I want to say children, but I'm never really old.
exactly.
So, but that's my problem with the upcoming generation. People who want to get that fast money, it's not sustainable. It's better you put in the work,
Yeah.
you grow your brand, and then the money will just come to you.
yes,
Like
your work was speaking.
My
Yeah,
first
your work
first
will
pay as a
speak for
DJ
you.
was 500 naira.
it's a lie.
For real, no jokes.
Aspect to
I
do
think
what? Is
my
it for
first years,
Ewa?
I
Is
did
it
not-
for?
I you know the funny part. The funny part was I was supposed to go to church that day.
Yeah.
It was on a Sunday. I couldn't go to church. The thing is, I started the craft like because I love the craft. I didn't start because I want money. If I started
a side hustle or
yeah,
something.
if I had started with myself, okay, I just want to make money out of this thing. Maybe I won't have been doing the things I'm doing now. So the first pay I got as a DJ was 500, and I did it from morning till night.
For 500. Wait, how long ago?
I was
it?
even happy. Like I was happy that someone could give me 500 for coming to
For-
DJ.
Are you serious?
Yes, I just wanted to.
Wait, how did you cover the cost of your speakers?
No, okay, the
transportation?
equipment are not mine.
Okay.
Like there is a guy around my area I grew up. He owns the equipment. So I was like, okay, they call me, Alpha boy, come DJ. They call me, say, oh, yeah. I said, ah, bros, okay, I come. So I just
So
wanted people in my area to know that there's a
yes.
DJ in this hood. So when I think the guy gave me 500, I was like, ah, bro, I was so happy. Like, for the fact that someone can give me 500 now for coming. So I was like, if I can get 500 for this year, the time is going to come, I'm going to make.
5
Good
million.
money.
Well, we are getting there.
We're getting there, exactly.
It's like anywhere we see Kaydee, we'll bill him.
I bet,
So which basically brings us to like our topic of the day, childhood ambitions, right? A lot of us grew up with, like, I know in my school, I went to Baraton. We grew up, when we were graduating, I think primary 5, they made us write what we want to be, you know, when we grow up. So I think I wrote, I wanted to be a lawyer. A few of my friends. Wait, this my journey is very bipolar. so I said I wanted to be a lawyer, but looking at that and then looking at my journey from there to now, I have gone off course.
Life
You
life
know,
has happened.
It's not really life because it's not like I didn't have the opportunity to practice that thing. I just noticed that at that point where I was writing that I wanted to be a lawyer, I just saw lawyers as one sacred cause
white and
that
black.
I needed to be in because my granddad was a lawyer. So I was like, I'll be like my grandfather, you know, I'll wear the gown and you know. So as I came out of it, I'm like, when I got to secondary school, I stayed in literature class. I said, this ain't it. This ain't it. This.
How did you not
What
like
figure of
literature?
speech is
This
this?
is not. But it's funny enough. I wasn't bad, but I just didn't enjoy it. You know,
You fell sleepy during those classes?
But I enjoyed literature.
I didn't really
though.
feel sleepy,
Yeah,
but
jeez.
it just looked to me like they were wasting my time. Was I gonna read and pass? Yes, but what the hell do I need to know a simile and an oxymoron for? Where at what I didn't understand then at what point in my life this would come into play. So I was just basically uninterested. So my journey has been, and now I'm like practicing HR.
After studying math.
Choma just had to throw that thing. So I diverted somewhere along the line to mathematics, you know. I now did computer science maths after trying to get in for engineering, and all the schools kept telling me they were full, their departments were full. I tried elect mechanical engineering because that was where my passion was. So this school said they were full. My dad said, no, you're going to school. Let's find a private school. So we found a private school, but it was computer science mathematics. So I just said, you know what, there's maths in it. I'm going there. That was how I became.
Why are you not a Texas? You are like
It's
you
a
should have
long
been
story.
eating your dollars by
It's
now.
a long story.
It's not too late though.
It's not too late. Like I'm going back to tech.
Oil.
Yeah, I'm going back to
Why are
tech.
you not coding
because
somewhere?
I never liked coding.
Oh, okay.
I just found a part of tech that I kind of like. So
Okay.
once I'm done with the certifications I'm doing now, just embrace that.
So which means from next year I can start billing you now.
No,
Yes, you can.
it's not gonna be next year. You know, we're looking at 2024. This new government has to come in and stabilize. You know,
You run a Jesus economy. Has to nothing to do.
please. Yes, I'm
As
with my
weak
governor.
as Dr.
Like my governor said, we run a Jesus economy over here.
So there's money on ground.
Exactly.
Spiritually and physically. Yes.
So we're tapping in.
What's happening? So what was your childhood ambition story?
My childhood ambition. I don't know. Just growing up, I've just always wanted to be a lawyer. You know,
Ha.
I tell you, this law thing, it was like I think it was
They
They-
swap
they
for
just-
us.
just blow like just
The breeze.
powder.
It wasn't
and
because we were
everybody-
living in a place
lawyer,
where
doctor, it was just everywhere.
where
But
lawyers
No, but
were-
you really had three options. You were either a lawyer, a doctor, or an engineer.
pretty much, it was just like the three that was just like literally the main ones in our heads that time. Yeah, but I wanted to be a lawyer, and you know, I got into secondary school still with that notion. You know, I loved art classes though, but then I was so good at science.
Mm-hmm.
I loved literature, I loved government, I loved all of it. But then, you know, I was doing so well in my science class. I was like best in this and that. And my father was like, "Are you sure you will not change?" I was like, "Nah, I'm still good. I'm still good with my law."
Gabs of Gabzville.
Look at me now doing art. Painting.
Art is life.
back to what you actually like.
Exactly, yeah. But then I didn't actually even study. So I didn't actually study law. Still, I went into business. I noticed that, you know, I loved numbers, accounting, you know, just finance, economics, and everything. So I kind of like now went into that. So my degree is like arts, but also in like business as well. But I noticed that, you know, I loved painting and everything. So you see how far I'm just going away from law. Just like moving up. But yeah, I think I'm still finding fulfillment in what I'm doing. So as long as that's the thing, it doesn't matter how far you go off. As long as you're like, you're not waking up in the morning and be like,
And you're cashing out.
And I mean, these goalposts always change. So
we're trying. Yeah, so yeah.
But you know what I realized? Like at a point in my life, I always told myself, I'm not going to be restricted to one box.
Exactly.
I'm always going to have multiple streams of income, which is what I find myself doing now. So I'm doing this, I'm doing
Too
that.
much
I'm
money.
doing- I don't like Kaydee. can Kaydee go? I feel like you're setting me up. Please. I'm a struggling. I'm a hustling sis.
My husband is your DM.
I'm a hustling sis.
Beneficiary.
What's going on?
No, not yet. She does,
No,
but I'll send it after
like
now.
I find myself doing that now. You see, I'm even as I'm chasing several things, I'm also looking out for other options. Like, what can I invest in?
Investor. Smart move.
What can I work towards?
Katie came here for you.
As in, what can I work towards? Okay, can I do this and run this? Because at the end of the day, I just want to live this 9-to-5 life. I can't do it for the rest of my life.
But you know, when you if
9 to
you
5,
start your own business,
stressful for me.
it's 24 hours.
It's 24 hours, but it's
you.
going to be 24 hours on your
hectic.
own
On your own
time.
term. Oh, okay.
And then you're going to be working at, even if it's at a harder pace, but it's going to be your own pace, right? And at the end of the day, you would value the effort you put in. There's nobody running you down, or there's no corporate politics that you are playing up and down in your own personal establishment.
Okay.
Okay, I
So
think I
at
have-
some
I have-
point, at some
Finish.
point, you have peace within your. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you. I can
But is
connect.
it weird that I'm actually I'm an entrepreneur. I run my business, but is it weird that I'm looking for it? I want to actually have a 9 to 5 or something.
It's not weird.
Because
It's not weird.
I think that 9 to 5 also gives me like that kind of discipline, you know.
9 to
kind of-
5.
Yeah.
As in
That kind of
10,
because
11,
my
12,
business,
1,
I
2,
have
3,
people I'm
4,
accountable to
that's
because I
8
have like
hours.
a team and all of that. But at the same time, I could just decide that, you know, I'm shutting down for a month.
And
For
you're not
2
doing-
weeks,
yeah.
and then it's not like the but like a 9 to 5 gives me that. It
gives you
will
structure.
give me
Yeah.
that.
The thing
I
is-
don't
which
see
is what I'm
myself working
thankful
for 8
for.
hours.
Yeah.
The thing
Which
is,
is what I'm
see,
thankful for
like,
now, because
ah.
I have
God,
like
I beg.
I'm pretty much disciplined, you know, when it comes to getting up, being where I need to be at certain times, planning my day.
think a 9 to
It's
5
giving
helps
me
with that.
it's giving me a
Yeah.
lot of discipline. I've gotten a lot of wisdom and knowledge from people in the industry. You know, people I've interacted with. It's opened doors for me. I can't even deny that. However,
Odogu.
you want to do your own thing.
However, no, at some point, you
Yeah.
know, at some
Your
point
voice.
in the next 5 years, I would take a bow and be like, I'm done.
Okay. The thing
Money
is,
just be
I
flowing.
Yeah, but I feel
I'll
like in 5
advise-
years, my several
Yeah,
streams
would
would
have
As
be
an
taken
running.
investor, as an investor,
Would
smart
have
move.
taken
It
shape.
would have
smart move.
taken
the
shape.
thing is, I'm going to advise everyone, you know, to have try and get experience working in a structured organization.
Yeah.
Work under somebody. Guys, here, the what you get is invaluable. The thing is, you don't even know that you know. You don't even know what you know
Yeah.
until the opportunity comes for you to show it. The discipline, like you already mentioned, you know, having to wake up at a certain time, building that routine, you know, and then learning how an organization works. A lot of times, you don't even know you're learning how an organization works because you're in that environment.
Exactly.
You're just gathering. Then when you get to run your own thing, you now see that you know how to plan. You
Yeah,
know, you have
the
structures in
experience.
place. Yeah, and you get to hone your skills. As an entrepreneur, you're really out on your own. And except you're lucky to be blessed with a good network, you know, you may struggle to get certain
And you
things.
really need to build the network.
Yes,
Which
like
is where
it's on
It's
you.
just like
It's on
before
you
you
to
become
build
the
it.
boss, you have to
Well,
serve.
when you're in a
That's how
when
I
you're in
said
an
it was kind of
organization.
struggle. I never had a 9 to 5. I've never had it till now, and I'm actually thinking. I think it's time to get one.
get
but
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think
Yeah.
it would give me that. I feel like I'm missing on something that I need to know for my business, and I think it would definitely give me that discipline as well. Also for the extra cash too for my investment.
Yes, my darling. Like that's assured
Something-
money. You know, at the end of the
something
month,
dependable.
It's coming.
you are getting your salary.
There you go.
Yeah.
It will be tight. It's tight.
Yeah,
sometimes.
and then you're building your network.
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
it depends on the size of your organization and
Yeah.
how you network within your organization. You have access to everybody.
Exactly.
You can pull on people's talents, you can pull on people's skills, you can pull on people's knowledge. You just keep pulling and then building yourself. I think let me tell my own career.
Okay.
My own career story. When I was growing up, I wanted to be an aeronautic engineer. I don't know where I got that from, but as a child, this was like maybe 5-6 years. I don't know where I read. Okay, I used to read a lot. I must have read it somewhere. I wanted to be an aeronautic engineer. I wanted to fly planes. You know, that was the first dream. I think that was a major dream until I got into secondary school. And somehow, you know, it was now medicine. Oh, study medicine. Oh, you're good in the sciences, blah, blah, blah. Then I ended up going to a school that was a science school from SS1 to SS3. So it was just tunnel vision.
NDSS.
NDSS, yes.
Shout out to NDSS.
So we did the literature thing. I did literature. I loved literature. And I thank God every day that we did literature in that school because, I mean, it brought balance. You know. So while I was doing the core subjects, further maths, physics, all of that, I still had literature to escape to. Yes. And then there was economics, you know. And then it was just doctor. Ah, Chuma, you should do medicine. Chuma, you should do. And that's how Chuma planned to do medicine. And Jam came. Jam said, no.
Jam humbled you.
Hey!
Jam you.
Damn you.
The first job, I didn't get admission, but my score was good enough to get into the basic program in uni. And so I took that. When I wrote the second job, my entire center was cancelled. So I had only the basic thing to fall back to. You know, when everything was done, I was offered human physiology. And I took it because I said to myself, I was going to switch from human physiology to medicine at the end of the 4 years. That was an option. But then in year 3, NUC came out and said certain schools had a backlog of admissions into medicine. Unilag, Uniben, Uniport. I can't remember the others now. And then
So you
placed an
couldn't
embargo.
switch?
Yes, it said for the next 3 years. all
This
the
is in
schools-
village people. I don't know what it
Hey,
is.
they lined up, my darling.
They
They
came
said
for
all
you.
these schools, you will not be able to admit new people because you have too many people, you know. So that thing just deflated me and my friends. Because like, so what are we working for? I didn't study physiology. But, I didn't want to become a physiologist. I planned to be a doctor, you know. So we did. Thank God we're still motivated to, you know, get the good grades. Came out of school. My parents kept saying, Chuma, study medicine. My mom almost cried. Chuma, please, any country. No matter, we'll say rapper, anything you want to do, just go study medicine. I said, no, mommy, no. At that point, I was like, you know what? What's the point, really? For me, at that time, I was like, the point of getting these degrees and working is just to make money.
Normal.
Like, so what if I make the money through other means?
Normal.
That was not the question. They're like, but I should still try and study. I said, mommy, wait. So I now surveyed the salaries of doctors in Nigeria. Doctors in Nigeria, God be with you people. You know, when I asked around, I'm like,
Guys,
I asked
people
about
are doing
I did a lot of
Sorry.
comparison.
What you
I
deserve.
feel the pain in
I'm
my
telling
heart.
All. And then with all the strikes, you know, I looked at that.
Omo.
I now compared to the banking
Years in
industry,
school.
compared to FMCG. I'm like, mommy, no, leave this thing. Let me study something else. That's how I studied something else. Okay. I studied environmental health in my master's. Got back to Nigeria. And I was so happy I was, you know. I came back to save Nigeria from Nigeria's environmental health problems.
Our helper.
1 year after that, there was no job. I'm like, okay, it's okay. Nigeria, I hear you. And that's how I got into banking. So from health straight into banking. Did banking for a few years. Did core banking, for a few years. Wealth management, and then went into communications. A chance came to get into communications, and I took it. And I was like, okay, this is it. This is it for me. Because even when I did environmental health, there was a course called health communications, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be the one in charge of communication materials, doing media plans, doing campaigns for health campaigns, so all them polio campaigns against whatever tropical diseases. I wanted to be the one doing all of that, but somehow I still found myself doing communications again in banking, and I was like, okay, God, I see your hand, I see. So somehow I still came back to what I really loved, which is why I loved literature then, which now translated. So although it may seem like I've gone far away from where I started, there's still that thread, just like Gabby.
Exactly.
There's still that thread that's still running. It's still back to communications.
Come to think of it, what is my own thread?
We would need to find
My own thread is looking non-existent. But let me ask this question.
Kaydee hasn't talked about what he wanted to be.
Oh yeah, Kaydee.
True, because you look like I think you're very far from what you wanted to do.
I also wanted to be a lawyer.
No, yeah, he said when I was talking about
because when I was in secondary school, I've always been good like with art studies, especially government, literature, and the likes of it. I never for once in my life liked chemistry and physics. I hated like those subjects. Forget if I'm inside the class, no worry, just forget. But when it comes to government, history, in fact, my secondary school, I graduated with like the best student in art. Yeah, I was the best student in art.
That's nice.
Yeah, when I was studying my brain, like don't worry. When it comes to
hot.
art, government, like I could tell you the year that so thing happened, history, like I have those things in my head.
This was my question. Why did I need to?
So after secondary school,
We help.
Do you understand?
then I came out. So my friends, while we were in secondary school SS3, some of my friends wrote jam and they gained admission on Uniport. So when I came out, I was feeling bad, like I'm supposed to be in Uniport. I wanted to go to Uniport too, like I want to go and study law. But thank God I didn't get the admission though. Because if I gained the admission then, I won't be a DJ now. I could have graduated and be looking for something to do with my life and maybe, I don't know. So I tried JAM the first year. My score on English was dashed. It was empty, like I don't know what happened.
Oh my God.
I had to travel to Lagos to write the JAM. So at Kenaland, that's the university in
People
Kenaland.
really went far.
Yeah, I went there to write my JAM, came back. The second time I wrote JAM again. I passed, but something happened. I couldn't go. I think I did JAM for like 3 or 4 times. I didn't get the admission. I couldn't go to school. So at the 5th time, I was like, okay. So during that after the first and second time, that was when my dad just looked at me one day. I was like, because my dad had this DJ equipment and the rest.
Oh.
Yeah. So he bought all those things. So he was just looking at me one day. So he used to hire some other DJs to come and play for. He was just looking at me like we were outside. So what did they do for this house, safe? Like you don't have to just sleep, wake up, chop. So in fact, come go learn this thing so that you can be in charge. I never wanted to learn DJing.
Oh.
I hated it.
Are you serious?
I used to see DJs like thugs, stuff like because of the environment I grew up. You understand? I was not exposed. I was not opportune to like know that there are DJs that are making good money from this thing. You get. So I just wanted to do like a white collar job. So from first day, I went there the first day, and the DJ that taught me happened to be my dad's friend. So the man taught me with love and everything. So the first day I went there, for one day, it turned to a week turned to a month. So I learned DJ for 2 years.
Embrace the art.
Yeah.
I started learning DJ from like when I was like 16. So I learned it for like 2 years. So I was just in my house one day, and my boss called, but the journey to learn DJ was crazy. I don't know if you count how many times I fought with speaker. There's sometimes like some event center like the hall is upstairs, so you have to carry speaker upstairs now. So some days my boss then like used to have so many gigs. Some days we'll be on the road. We are going to Owerri, we are going to Calabari, we are going to Bayelsa. Like you are not sleeping. So there was a day like there's a wedding we're supposed to DJ upstairs. So my boss was like, oh yeah, Kaydee, go downstairs, go carry that speaker. I was tired.
You fell.
So the luck I had was that the speaker did not fall on my head. So I woke up, saw myself on the floor like, oh my God.
You actually passed out?
Yes, I did. Wow. Oh my God, I continued the hustle. So I finished. Someone he just called and said, Kaydee, you don't let the work finish. So now you two now have started. So from there, 2006, 2017, I was just at home. I was looking for where to do DJ thing. Like I used to beg people, like, I beg, let me just come and play for you. Like even if it's 20 minutes. Like that was what I was doing. I was just moving. I was just moving around GRA. Then and nobody wanted to employ me then because they were like, I was looking somewhere a bit. So like sometimes they will even bounce yourself. Like get out, come out from here, you get. Wow. So then I used to tell myself that all these places that you are bouncing me, a day is going to call you people pay money.
Half of them are closed, Steph. If we're being honest.
All of them that bounce me, they are begging me now to come and DJ. If I have collected money from all of them. I've even done events in. There's one that they bounced me where I made sure that I did events there like 4 times and I sold out the entire place back to back. From pool party, I sold out the place back to back. Like the man made money. There was a day I told the man directly, I said, "Oh guy, get it time they call your club and they bounce me for this place." So I used to walk around Jared there. I used to beg people, please let me come and DJ. Sometimes I pay people money to DJ. Like instead of you to pay me.
Now you're seeing your return on investment.
Yeah, so I used to pay people money, please take this to time. I just want people to know that I'm a DJ. You get. So 2017, my dad was like, okay, he knows someone that works on Wave FM. Yeah, so that was my first time I was going to work as a DJ somewhere. So I did Wave FM for like 2 years or almost 3 years. So admission came 2019. So they were like, okay, they cannot cope with me because my session most times was during the daytime and I do have classes where like I have to go. I felt very bad. Like I cried, so yeah, I cried.
I felt that was home for 2 years.
Yeah, so I cried. I was like, I sometimes like, well, something bigger is coming. So I get the admission. So I was just looking at myself like, okay, that was when I now started getting ideas of us to start doing parties. You get. So I just look at my friends. I said, what if I just tell all of you now, so let's go to somewhere, let's hang out, then I just play music for you guys. Then you guys just have fun, just buy whatever you want to buy and go back. That was just how I started hosting events, you get. So the idea came, I did like twice and like that started happening and like I did one just on Tuesday. I had over 1,000 people.
And you did not invite me.
Can you imagine?
Kaydee!
No, can you imagine?
No,
okay,
see,
well, in his defense, it was like UST.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it was more of young adults.
Who are you 10
But-
years senior?
Wait, it was more of young adults. Wait. You said it was more of young
No,
adults.
not like I mean like
No. Can we go back?
No, I mean like from like 24 down.
So what do you 24 down?
Yeah, 22,
So-
21.
No.
Old adults.
No, that's what I'm trying to say.
Gabby,
But see, the fact is that I was so happy because there used to be a time I used to, like, the first events I did, I didn't have up to like 30 persons.
But look at where you are now.
I felt very bad that the fact that day people came and bought things on credit and landed the bill on my head.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they landed the bill on my head. Like, they were like, DJ, sometimes you collect something, they said I go pay. So I had to struggle, I paid. So this on Tuesday, South 66 filled up. The football pitch was filled up, basketball filled up, the court was filled up, the glass house where the snooker thing filled. I was just looking at myself like, how come all these people, like, the gates of 66 took like over like 100 persons were at the gates, struggling to enter my party, like me. Do you get? So
But
I'm like,
it's really good to
You're so
see
inspiring.
how,
I'm smiling and blushing.
the growth. Do you
so
understand?
like, I'm like over like how come like all this like it means like
all of them
but
if
you-
all
you-
these people
you-
knows me like sometimes
You've put in the work. That's what you're
you
not
know that most times I
acknowledging.
really don't know how popular I am.
Yeah.
Sometimes my like,
KD, we all know how popular.
but me, I don't know. Like, do you get that feeling? Like,
Okay,
you see all this crowd. You
I
like,
have him-
so
I
all
have
these
him
people
on-
knows
on
you.
my
Like, do you
WhatsApp.
get? Because there was a time when I was DJing, and DJs, the hype man asked me to pause the music, and it was interacting with the crowd. Like, if you know you are outside for DJ KD, make some noise, and everybody was like, "Yeah, we love you, DJ KD." Like, I was like, "Yeah, this thing where they chase, we don't they reach there."
Oh yeah.
No, but I think what you have to do now is to move your goalposts. So this used to be your goalpost at some time,
Yeah,
right?
the aim
so
is
now
bigger now.
you have to expand the vision and see what else you can accommodate. So
I'm even thinking of doing something where every last week of the month, I want to be putting up something together.
Oh yeah.
But
Yes.
it's really good to see that
That'll be nice,
your parents were in support. You know,
Well,
your dad was in support.
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
of
My mom too, you know.
your mom.
Then when I was learning DJ, my mom sometimes when I don't have transport to go and learn, my mom be like, oh yeah, Okpe, because she calls me Okpe. So Okpe, yeah, Wagba, Yoruba woman, I come and take. So she gives me transport, I just go. Sometimes I have transport to go to learn. I don't have the one to come back. But I just have the mindset that if I go to that place, even though the small thing I would do that I don't know how to do, somebody is going to look at me and dash me money. And it always works. I always have this crazy mindset. Like,
It's actually
faith.
good. It's actually
I just have this mindset, like,
yes.
this,
And you've already sown the seeds in your heart.
I'm
so
just
everything will
like
work
that kind
to
of
make,
person.
to make those seeds germinate.
I can be like that and tell myself, like, if I'm sitting here and I tell myself that next time I'm going to drive a car, it's going to happen. I'm just
Can
like
you
that
tell
kind of person.
yourself on my behalf? No, but
I feel like if something is in your mind,
Yes.
if you can just picture yourself, that's just me. If you can picture yourself
true,
doing that thing,
it works for
Let me
people.
let me preach a bit on this point. Yes.
woman of God.
Oh yes. You know, in Genesis it says, "Seed time and harvest shall never cease." A lot of times when we think of that phrase, we're taking seed like physical seeds that we plant. You know, while that holds true, there's another part of it. The seed you plant in your heart, you know, there's going to be a harvest for it. The seeds you plant are the pictures you put in your heart, the words you speak to yourself. You know, the thoughts that you meditate on, they're taking seed in your heart. You know, the Bible says, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life.
True.
The heart is like the earth. Okay, since I said I want to preach, let me really go to down to preach. When Jesus talks about the sower, and he said, a sower went out and cast seeds, and they fell on earth. When he was explaining that parable back to the disciples, remember he said that the soil is the heart of men. That, you know, the rocky ground is some type of heart, the fertile ground is some type of heart. Exactly. So your heart is like the earth. Whatever seed you sow, it's a universal principle. It will germinate and it will bear fruit. This holds for both positive seeds and negative seeds, and it holds for everybody. You don't have to be a Christian. Whatever persuasion you're of, as far as you sow those seeds in your heart, you know, they will germinate and they will yield fruit. Which is why a lot of times you see that, you know, people who are, I mean, success is not tied to a particular, what's it called? It's not tied to a particular religion. There are successes across
I don't even
religions.
go to church all
And
the time.
you see, you know, so your heart is a fertile ground. So whether you pray from morning to night or you don't even pray at all, if you put it in your heart and it has taken roots, it will germinate and it will yield fruit. If it's positive, a car, he's going to get it.
Yeah, but this is my question, right?
Yeah.
I think in choosing our ambitions, our parents, our support system, which as children are parents, you know, and siblings, they play such a big role. So my question now is for you, Gabs, what role did your parents play in deviating a little and starting your business?
Yeah, I mean, you know, my dad never saw, you know, this side of me or this business side of me and doing well, but the way he like groomed us up, you know, he was always supportive of where we went with our careers and everything. And despite the fact that we talk about, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that, but he was still very supportive. My mom was a big support even till now. Like, you know, so like she was saying about how his mom would give him some TP like that sometimes. You know, sometimes when, you know, during the first time, because obviously when I started this business, it was tough because I just had literally pocket money, you know, some savings and all of that. And so, you know, we had to literally invest a lot of money, and my family was very supportive. My mom, my brothers, my uncles, they were very supportive. And because, you know, I think also part of it was, you know, losing my dad, you know, they kind of like held me in closer because I was the last and everything. I was so young when he passed away, so, you know, they were kind of like very big support roles to me, and because they know how close I was to him, so they tried to make sure that that gap wasn't so felt. And so like they literally were supportive every time, you know. Sometimes when I even needed to, I couldn't get to a place where my mom like, oh, I have somewhere to go, but I'll take you there first. She would drive me there and make sure I got set up. She would help me set up, bring out my stuff from the car, set up with me. Aww. And that felt so sweet. I was like, oh, I was like, so, she was like, okay. And when I come, like, I want to see pictures, let me see pictures of your event, let me see. And she would sit down and she would like, I'll show her one picture and she would start scrolling,
That's their national anthem. Don't bother. Like, if I give my mom my phone, I make sure there's nothing naughty on my phone. Because if I give my mother my phone, she just goes.
She just
See,
go like this.
I know her mom. She's always taking pictures. So
My mom says she loves pictures, so she's always like checking the pictures and everything. And she just call me, how are you now? How's everything? Okay, like just take this home, and just take this 100K, and just put it inside, and just like.
I just said, just take this 100.
Will your mommy me too?
You are lucky. Your mom is ready to adopt your son.
My brother, because like my older brother.
Are they looking for more siblings?
We are here.
Because I can go and
We want
swap
to apply.
I can be 18.
Change of name.
Let them up here.
2 seconds.
Daddy, that was a joke. I would never change my name. Love you, mommy.
Yeah, the support really from my family. That's like really big, and that's why, to be honest, I didn't really feel the need to even get like a 9 to 5 or anything. Although yes, I do have investment a lot that give me some money, exactly, but they really supported me financially, and also like emotionally motivated me, like, you know what, you can do this. Like, you asked me how many people came up for this event. Next one, okay, let's look at the big, let me talk to my plan. I'll talk to my friends. They'll talk. They'll bring their daughters. They'll come and pay. So that was very. I felt that love, and I think it really gave me that. Sometimes even if they didn't give it to me, give me the support, I'll probably be doing it, but still, I would not be doing it so happily. And I know that when my family's behind me, it kind of gave me that. You know what, I'm going to do more of this, and so it was really
But
nice.
I think like through time, schools basically have a bigger role to play.
Yes.
I think for our set, I say by me and Choma, they limited our options, right, to a certain extent, because we didn't see outside 3 career course options. You were either a doctor, you were a lawyer, or you were an engineer. So we didn't even know like accounting, and like I didn't really know so much about accounting and economics and the career lines or the career paths you could follow on that trajectory. Especially because when there was a time, I think there was a Uniport offered me economics or something, and my mother said, what does that mean? Why are they making you do this? And I'm looking at economics like, I could have been.
If you see the
I could
ads
have
for people who have economics as no.
I could have manifested like.
The thing is,
mad
I think
there.
our parents and our teachers then, they didn't know that.
They really didn't know
better.
much.
They
So
just
I hope
showing us
like
the one they know.
Exactly.
I hope like now schools. What my
Very
big
important.
problem was getting to SS1 and boom, you had to pick. Are you arts?
Exactly.
Are you
You have to
science?
just choose.
Because you don't really know.
But what is the other option? But you're restricted you can't do everything.
At that point, I think there has to be a time where we work on the curriculum as it is, because you start introducing children to things early and just observe them. What are they part? No pressure, nothing. No, make up your mind now, because
isn't that what we do in junior secondary?
no, because in junior
secondary, you do like
in junior
16
secondary,
subjects.
it was different. It was a different 16 than the senior secondary
Was it?
16. Yes, now in junior secondary we did business studies.
Business studies translated
Junior
to
secondary,
commerce.
yes.
Commerce,
Business study.
What translated to economics?
Integrated science.
It became biology.
Yeah.
What became chemistry? What became physics?
Intro tech broke into chemistry, physics, and electronics. For those who do
kind of.
electronics.
So it's my thing is it's still
My intro
different.
teacher flogged me well.
All of them did. all.
Intro teacher
Uncle
did not flog.
Raph!
No, that
I don't even
man.
remember my
Uncle
own
Raph
name.
was
Intro
my
tech.
intro tech teacher.
But he was a
Intro
nice
tech and
person.
mathematics teacher.
My thing is I would really like to see schools, redo their curriculum. So it's not, let there be a relationship between the junior secondary and senior secondary programs, because by the time they get to SS1, the child themselves would have seen like where their strength is, and then being exposed to what they're exposed to, they're like, no, I can do tech, I can do accounting, they're not just saying that out of peer pressure. They have had, I don't even want to say IT tries.
Most times,
they've
my
done all that.
friend is going to this, let me follow.
was
But
something
at the
that-
same
yeah.
time, yeah,
They've done all that
I
thing,
feel like
so they know.
aside this whole thing, I feel like parents should also like pay attention to their children, because I feel like most parents feel like, if no be book, you have to be doing this book thing. If it's not book, then I don't know what else you are doing. So I feel like parents should also pay attention. Like your your child might want to play basketball. Your child might want to, you know,
I
do
think
something else.
I think every parent, even
Give
if you
them
want
this
to do something
opportunity.
that is not academic per
Yes.
se, they still want you to have an academic qualification.
And it pays.
Because
and I see the good
yes,
in that,
yes, because if you want to be a
I
basketballer,
see the good
it's
in
physical
that.
strength. All it takes is for your
Both
need
in
to
US,
cave one day,
most
and that is the
basketball
end
players,
of
they
your
go to school
career.
too,
Well,
Yeah,
that-
but if you've
that's
had
another
if you
thing.
have if you have a certificate in say economics, in accounting, then
You-
you have
you
something
even-
to fall back on.
Exactly,
Not
because
just
at
fall
some
back
point
on
you're
you.
going
You
to
know
retire
how
It's going
to
to help
spend
you,
your
Joe.
money.
It's also going to help
You know,
your
and
brain
plan
too.
your life.
Exactly.
For someone like me, I practice my DJ thing differently. I'm sorry, I'm not bragging though, but not all DJs knows or have this mental ability. Some people just want to let me just go and DJ and collect my money and come back.
go- yeah.
So saying
When,
for
when,
that-
when you're in school, you get to mingle with different people from different parts of life. You
Yes.
get to meet the rich, everybody from
Yeah.
different. So you get to understand that okay, why don't I do this thing this way? Why don't I do this thing this way?
Playing in the long run.
You understand? It
Exactly.
shapes
You're playing
your
the long game,
mindset
not
and your
just-
mentality. And I feel like the best place to build a long life relationship with people is in the university.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best place because I will not lie to you. The relationship I've built with some of my friends right now is going to take because most of these people are like the next governor's wife, the
Yeah.
next big politicians, the next bank managers.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like what he's saying is true. Because me, for some reason, reconnecting with people, especially because of how I was in school, I just have, even now, I still have a small circle of people I just interact with because I don't like problem. No, but I'm a social person. So it always pays to open up your circle. You shouldn't tell everybody your business, but be very interactive and leave an open center where you can call out to people, they call out to, do one good turn for somebody, and you don't know when
Exactly. That will
you
come back
would
to
need
you.
to call
Yes.
the
Yes.
person up, and
Yes,
the person will
exactly.
be in a position to help you.
Exactly.
So it's just like it's just important that we have these opportunities. For example, schools, like we said, to really express ourselves. Universities, I feel, need to focus more on entrepreneurship. They really need to. It should be more than a one course in
I think-
one GST
Exactly.
course.
And I think that's that thing that really influenced me, like schooling in the States as well. There were a lot of influence, during even our courses and everything. There were courses that made us to explore that entrepreneurship side. There were
Yeah.
also, and then they had this businesses that were coming into the school to talk to us
Meet
about it and give
students
us
and
opportunities
talk to
to. Yeah, we had
students, work.
we didn't have to I think in this you have to apply to do an internship where there was. You
Yeah.
can just easily
Just there for the
apply for an
taking.
internship as long as you could work out your school hours and work out your work hours,
Yeah.
and you could explore different things. I'm like, okay, after school, I can do this, I can do that.
I
And
think
that
some
really-
some schools in Nigeria are doing that. Some private schools. I know Covenant is high on that, and you can see it. You can see that in the quality of the graduates they have.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's
So
really
they actually
good.
take
Quality of
entrepreneurship
most
really seriously.
graduates they have, but continue.
Quality of
Most.
of most of course, yeah. So the quality of most graduates that they have, and just following up on what Iwari said about secondary schools, I think every secondary school should have a guidance counselor,
Yeah.
and not
Exactly.
someone who is just looking for a job. Someone who
Yeah.
actually studied
That has that
counseling.
passion to actually
Someone who
counsel
knows
kids.
what they're doing, and someone who did not stop reading at the university, because where you stopped, from when you finish university to maybe say 5 years into work,
So much has
so much has
happened.
happened.
Tell me.
Exactly.
So we should have proper guidance counselors and have people sessions scheduled. People should go through students' reports, have one-on-ones with students, have group meetings with students. This is where you get to test students, you get to know what path will suit them, and you can give them options. If I had a guidance counselor, I probably wouldn't have done medicine. I know my teachers then used to say, "Oh, I was really good in English. Like, give me an essay, and while you're yet speaking, I finish writing it." But because I was in a science school, it was do medicine, do medicine, do medicine. Maybe if I had a good guidance counselor, I would have been told, you know what, girl, go do mass comm, or go do media studies, or go do public relations. That may not have started with my parents because I mean, doctor. Everybody wanted you to be
Yeah.
a doctor.
Want to do
But that would have
math,
opened my mind in a different direction.
Exactly.
So there are lots of children who are blessed with different abilities, but because there's that thing, medicine, law, science, now tech, there are still other things that people study and people prosper in. If you go to an organization, there's no organization that doesn't have accountants.
Tell me. Everybody.
There must be accounting. And now with everyone is
Like,
going,
people
there
need
must
to
be
know
there
their
must be
other career
a branding.
paths.
Now branding is taking a you know a big spot. So
telling
there's
you.
no company that doesn't have a branding team.
telling
It's
you.
either they have it
Creative
in-house,
production.
yes, or they
Or they are
outsource
outsourcing.
it
Yeah.
to an
Definitely.
agency. So if you see your child going in that direction, of course. But I mean,
Supporting.
yeah, so that's why we need the guidance counselors. You know, if you see someone that loves music, encourage them to finish school, get a degree. But even while doing all of that, they can still be practicing their music and making money.
Because, for instance, how much are they paying bankers?
No go
Some
there,
bankers.
no go there.
No, I mean like some, like
Especially
minimum.
some.
A DJ, do you know what?
Is it bank worker you're talking about?
But I understand where he's coming from.
You get
Where you look at how much you make at the end of the month.
months.
Then how much you could have made week by week
You
by
know, like a
week. by
DJ
week.
goes for a gig now.
Especially
I know,
if
and
you
they
go
pay
for especially if you go for
And even the payment, I know.
So imagine like a DJ goes for like 10, 11 gigs in a month.
in a month. Ah, that's cool. cash.
you've made
That-
good
you
money.
can
And
stay
this
you
is-
can stay in your house throughout the next month and without going anywhere, I just chilling.
just taking a break like Gabby does. Ah, God, oh, Ọlọ́run.
God when.
So after now,
Because
like
as
our
it is
meal
now, I've used up
on
my
that.
leave days. And I'm about to approach my enjoyment month, so I really don't know what I'm
Sponsored by
gonna
the
do.
both of you, our
It's all
bills
of
for
that
today.
in. Ah, no wahala.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
But I think like just to say, parents, it's very important you speak life to your children.
Yeah.
Watch them, observe them, notice what they are great at, support it, because it's easier to get your child to keep going with their passion than to pick up a new passion along the way.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm somebody who had to pick up another passion to prove a point, you know. Being that I listen to the voices around me, if it was now where I'm my own person, no matter what you say to me, concern you and your papa, it not be in my business. You know, I probably would have been in a different career option. I would have been maybe a public relations person, or because I'm that kind of person, you get. But I just gave in to the noise around, you know. So parents, it's important you listen to your children and protect them, protect the voices around them.
Yeah.
You know, create an environment where
Check-
they can
check-
always
check the
talk
people you
to
give
you.
access.
And
Yeah.
then people-
Yes,
Access.
very
people will be
important.
afraid to
Like
talk
I
to
remember
my
one
child.
time, my principal in school, we just lost somebody that day in my house, and I wore this. It was the first day of school, so I wore the uniform they gave me, and it was tight. I had really good big hips then, so my hips, you know, in my skirt, it was very tight. So as I entered the school, my principal just called me prostitute. What are you doing? And she didn't know my mom was behind me. Now my mom just turned Iwari. Water just came down. Like,
What?
my mommy said step aside, and she went to war. That's one thing I love my mother for. She doesn't need to
2 seconds, you collect.
straight. She dey give who they come fight for you. She dey give who
Everybody
they fight
collect
for.
what they
Everybody,
policy.
the people that were around when you said that rubbish go collect.
Collect.
So
The
my mom
next
just
neighbor
went
go
in there,
collect.
and then the woman, my mom was talking. The woman was like, "Mommy said, who the hell are you? You will listen to me when I speak.
Exactly.
First of all, you're level one thing. I'm 4 levels above you. You will listen to me. How dare you? You know, she went to war, and seeing my mother do that for me, I left that place because I really didn't want to be there when they were dressing my teacher down and my principal down. So I went into my class, and as the teacher tried to speak to me, I said, my mom is talking to the principal. If you have anything to say, my mother is in the next room.
Exactly.
It gave me that confidence, you know, that my mother had my back. So we should just create that environment for children where they feel protected. They feel like if I go home and I tell my parents, look, something is going to happen.
Exactly.
It's so important.
Okay, so guys, we're rolling. Almost done. Our time is almost up. But before we, end, I just want to ask you guys what challenges you faced running your businesses, because you both run your businesses. So,
It's
is there any
tough.
challenge you faced, and how do you deal with it?
It's tough.
Because I mean,
like-
you have fans out there, Gabs fans, Kaydee
I feel
fans.
like most times, your friends don't support you like strangers. For me,
Okay.
sometimes, especially when I host my gigs and then I go to meet my friends like, guy, how far? I'm selling this ticket for 1,000, 2,500.
They want free tickets.
Exactly.
No, you discount.
I don't have those
I
kind
Not
of
even
I-
friends.
discount,
I hate
free.
that.
Like, guy, give like, they'll be like, how me I go pay tickets to come to your. And this person is forgetting the fact that you have so much expenses to run. Like they just feel this entitlement. And for someone like me, you know, I know too many people. So how many persons am I going to give free access?
If you start it, you have to finish it.
Do you understand? Because if I give you free access, there's no how. See, you definitely tell the next person, oh, but no way, now Kaydee, now Kaydee collect money for you? No, me we collect. That line go give you free. Do you understand? And you have cost of like venue. You have to pay for this, and in every event there are always unforeseen expenses. Because that particular day, someone will just come up and be like, guy, okay, I've had a situation where we calculated the amount for the diesel we need for a venue, and when the party was on, we planned like for like 4 or 5 hours, and the crowd was still there, and we still had like about 2 hours more. We need to buy diesel. That was like an unforeseen expenses. So these people need to understand that running a business is tough. So most times it's even straight. Sometimes if I'm doing an event, a stranger from nowhere will just come and text me like, Kaydee, I like what you are doing. I want to support your business. That person is not even coming for the party. Someone, I've had a lot. The person is not even coming. Like someone just text me on Instagram. They say, I like the way you do your stuff. I like the way you push. I like the, you understand? Because it takes a whole lot of strength and energy to push and do stuff like this. I'm very, very serious because on a normal, I could be saving my money. Like, when you pay me now, I take my money safer.
Put your money,
but
instead of plowing it back.
Yes, building a brand is difficult.
Entrepreneurship, money go, like they think that when I have my ticket, they'll be like, they'll calculate the money, this is all your money. I'm spending more than the
you get calculating
it's difficult
of that money.
because by the end of the day, you won't even know. Like most times,
well.
I could end up spending like sometimes low key. You will not know. I could end up spending like 400,000, 300,000 just for one party alone because you have even though you cannot pay everybody that's coming to perform for you. You go give person for your fuel money, for this one money, for that one money, and nobody knows the expenses you are running. So when the money comes, when they come and see the whole crowd, be like, this person has made 500 million, and they don't know that you have to. Like
they don't know
It's a
you have
business, they are running
459
costs.
million
you get
in
they don't
expense.
know that you have to
pay.
remove the one that you
Costs.
spend. So
Yeah.
it's
No,
really
see,
it's really
my
difficult.
philosophy is this, guys. Support your friends and your family in
It's
your
crazy.
businesses. Don't ask them for discounts.
I've many
ask
of my
friends and
friends,
family
many
for
of my
discounts.
friends,
Why?
No, me, I
many of my
joke
friends have
about
stopped
it.
being friends with me because they've asked me to come and DJ for them for their party.
For
I
free.
Said, and I said, bro, sometimes most of those persons I've DJ for them in the past for free. You get, and it gets to this stage like, no, look, see, if someone
I'm
is
a
your
bigger
friend,
brand now. Why
if
would I
someone,
DJ for you?
exactly, if someone is your friend,
Yesterday's price is not
you should be
today's
able
price.
to see that this person.
DJ Khaled.
You should be able to see that this person is growing. You should be able to recognize that this person is growing.
Especially
So
those who are
the
user
eyes
economy.
that you were looking at me 2 years ago should not be the same. So you cannot say because I came to DJ for you 2 years ago for free, then you're supposed to come and DJ for you now. Even
Go
that
and, pay,
said,
go and pay someone else.
you get even that
Get
say
a free
pay
DJ
me.
outside.
You not start having this grudge and like, okay, you my guy.
I don't have
They
that
stop
kind
being
of-
friends with me, and it's fine.
It's fine.
Like it's
But
just.
this is
perfectly
fine, this is my
okay.
own
If that's the extent of
I,
your friendship,
I
then
push,
it's
I
fine.
push harder for my friends.
Yeah, it's like I say I love it.
I joke about it. I say,
There are
only-
some of
only
my friends
and family
the new
discounts,
friends I have
but
now.
I just
okay.
paid
The new
price.
friends I have now, look, if you call me, come and DJ, my guy, I'll tell you, unless I feel like, okay, this person has supported me for my events, this person has like given me this financial support to do my part, okay, this is the only way I can say thank you to this person. Because not all thank you has to be monetary back.
Yeah.
So I come and render like, for instance, now, Boss Toby cannot come in and say, okay, his birthday part I was there now.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I
And
cannot
you
hear that.
performed, right?
Yes, I cannot hear Bosto like his own personal thing because through him I've gained like plenty gigs, like a whole lot, and I've made so much money. Not so much money, sorry. To say.
We go
Through Bosto, I've gained contacts. You know, his friends. If his friends sees me anywhere, especially Detroit is a very great guy. Anywhere Detroit
Shout
sees
out.
me, yeah, shout out to
general.
Detroit. Anywhere Detroit sees me and I'm DJing, Detroit must KG. So it's just like that. So through somebody, it's somebody that links you to the next person.
Yeah.
So it's either this, you are getting connection from this person or you are making money for it. Like it has to be part of your growth.
And I think the other challenge I think creatives are also experiencing, especially for my own aspect, is I think I won't just say how it is, but Port Harcourt people are not really open to more experiences and news. I know the struggle I faced trying
That's
to
the truth.
explain
Establish.
the
Yeah.
importance
I was even going to
of
ask
a
you how you
relaxing
ended up there.
event,
Yeah.
you know, like, tell like, what is painting? Is there estimate? I just come and sit down and start paint. Or is there beer?
So someone can just tell
Is there
you,
beer? I can't think.
DJ, just
But
come
I
and
mean,
play music.
you said paint and sip, Gabby.
Exactly. So, no,
That's just something to
no,
say.
of course, I get them to sip, but then they're like, I don't want to do the painting part. I want to do the sipping part. Can I just come and drink? I'm like, okay, come and pay your ticket and drink alone. That's fine. But I'm just saying, like, it's one of the struggles I've faced is trying to sell the business to a lot of people because it was quite foreign to a lot of people. Like, what is this? So I think one of the challenges I'm making is trying to explain to people the what or this like the what of the event and everything. But I think we're making progress with that. With time, people see that actually when one person goes, like I said, the words, the reviews you get goes along with someone says, I enjoyed myself. I did it. I enjoyed myself. It was a good time. Take my paint from another thing, and then that goes along with it to other people.
My paint is still by my mirror.
Mine is in my office.
Oh, so nice. So nice. But yeah, so definitely I think but like people we also have to just try and just let's embrace things. It's not the usual if you must always come and drink shayo this and that. But there are other things you can also have fun in doing as well. And then you get those experiences, they kind of shape you in a way you have to like it kind of way that you start thinking and be like, okay, I can actually spend some time doing something else and I think people that actually went to my events and went home and started painting and they got more productive with their time. They've said I've achieved more myself personally. I've got to think about it and it has helped my other aspects in life. I think that's a good thing. So it could be from music, it could be from different activities and all like that. And I think it's a very good thing that Port Harcourt people should be open to
embracing. I think that's the burden of trailblazers. If you're going to start something new, that's the burden. Convincing people that there's value in what you're doing. But I think when you get to certain points where you have broken, it just goes like a free fall.
Exactly.
People now see it now becomes part of culture. If you can make it part of culture, then
Well,
I'm having a party for kids, paint and sip.
Exactly.
The same way you have popcorn for them, the same way you have a paint and
exactly.
sip stand. So
because
I
kids
think
love to paint, kids love to do activities.
But
and
no,
it's
I
always
feel
a
like
fun
I feel
thing.
like the city in this city now, people are beginning to like
People are beginning to
because
open their
now
minds.
you know one thing I noticed that now, like I've observed that there are like some DJs right now trying to do gigs here and there like I've been doing, and I'm happy because it's not like a competition. I'm happy because it's just like I'm leading
You've
the
opened
role.
their minds to
I've
more
like
opportunities.
these are guys
Yeah,
these are guys that they've worked for me because these are DJs that I've called the come and like come and showcase yourself. So they've learned like
and
okay,
grown.
look, these are these guys doing. I think I can also. So when I see them doing their own thing, I'll be like, okay, I'm happy. Like like you've taught someone something, you've impacted into somebody's life.
And you're now using that thing.
Yeah, so
it's
it's making
good you
sense.
go
It's
so
beginning
you
to make
see
sense
what
because
other people are
you
doing
alone
and how you
cannot
can improve your own craft.
like get there alone and enjoy it. You have to win with other persons.
There's nothing
So
there.
it's a
There's
win-win
nothing
for
wrong
everybody.
there.
Because I'm like, I'll buy your ticket and come for your paint and sip session. I'll come and enjoy my. Because I don't want to be working all the time. I want to enjoy it because that was how I fell in love with the experience anyway.
We fell in love with enjoyment. I literally met her through enjoyment.
What's
All right,
life
guys,
without
we have
enjoyment?
had a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching us. We have, it's almost an hour, 30 minutes. And if you leave us, we'll keep
Really?
talking.
We'll keep
Yes.
talking. So please let us know in the comment section. Are you walking in line with your childhood ambitions, or have you taken a detour like the rest of us? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in.
Love you. I love you.
Don't forget to subscribe on all our platforms, like, leave a comment, and follow us on socials. Choma, do we have anything more to add?
And follow Zoe Suits.
Yes, follow Zoe Suits. They are the official sponsors of this episode. So we are grateful, Mama Chi.
Oh, yeah.
Gracias.
Zoe Suits is a fashion brand that caters to the sartorial needs of the modern woman. In 3 words, we make suits. We have just launched our first collection, which is named Mbido, meaning beginning in Igbo. Zoe suits are tailored to be more than just clothing. They are designed to be a reflection and an extension of you. The different parts of you, everything you represent, and the woman you are working to be. There is a Zoe suit for every stage of your journey, every milestone you wish to celebrate, and every day you decide to show up, which is every day really. At Zoe, we are your partners in style. So choose the most stylish version of you. Wear Zoe suit.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. See you next time.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Hello.
If it's me, I will ignore. My friends know I'm not well, bro.
He said at some point, like,
No,
you know the way you dodge your mom.
Every year I see you, I will whoop your ass.
Who's your minister for veteran?
Not get.
It's Buhari.
You not get.